In this video, I'll be showing you my Facebook ad strategy that generates me over $5K a day on my Shopify dropshipping stores. I've tried and tested various methods over the years, and I can confidently say that this strategy is one of the most effective ones out there, especially for beginners. Pay close attention because this will be a game changer for your e-com business. Remember to leave a like if this video helps you. My name's Alex. Let's go over the details. Alright, so I have a quick outline right here, or an introduction to Facebook ads, and these are some very important topics that you guys need to understand before we move into the actual ad creation process. I'll be very fast because I respect you guys' time, but these topics are too important not to mention, so let's go over them. Before you guys can create any sort of Facebook ads, you guys need to define your target audience. You guys need to understand your target audience's interests, their behaviors, and their basic demographics like their age, location, and their gender. You guys can use Facebook audience insights to gather data and create custom audiences based on your target customers. But when you guys are going through and creating your actual ad sets and setting everything up, you guys need to know which interests and behaviors to target and which demographics to include and exclude based on your product, your niche, and everything else that goes into that. Moving on, you guys need to make 1 to 3 high quality ad creatives. So we just talked about the ad set level, defining your audiences and everything there so you guys aren't wasting your budget targeting the wrong people. Now we need to talk about the actual ad creatives you're putting in front of these people. These are your images or your videos. This is the actual ad itself minus the ad copy. Your ad creative should grab attention and showcase your products in the best possible way. Use high quality images and videos that highlight the benefits of your products. You can also use UGC or user generated content to build trust and social proof with your audience. You guys need to decide on what you want to test, whether it's images or video ads or both. I highly recommend testing both, because you guys can create a very good video ad that's very descriptive, highlights all of the benefits and showcases your product in a very desirable way, but a simple image ad might outperform that by so much. You guys never know. It's all about testing, see what works and scale what does work and cut what doesn't. So you guys can make them yourself if you have basic photo or video editing skills. Otherwise, you're going to want to outsource the creatives on Fiverr or Upwork for a small fee. Alright, now let's talk about writing your actual ad copy. Now write the text that appears above your creatives. Test different ad copy to see what resonates with your target audience. You guys want to use persuasive language and focus on the benefits of your products, what's in it for your customers rather than what your product is all about. You guys can use urgency and scarcity to create a sense of FOMO or fear of missing out and encourage people to take action right away. I tend to have one variation focus on the benefits of the product and the other variation of the ad copy highlight a review that I generate using ChatGPT. You guys can use AI to generate copy at lightning speed, making the ad process much faster and easier, and I'll show you guys a quick example real quick. Alright, I just want to show you guys how easy this actually is. I'm over here in ChatGPT, and for a quick example, we'll use that posture corrector as an example because that was one of the most saturated dropshipping products out there. I said, write a short product review for a posture corrector. You guys really don't need to ask it much, so let's see what it says right here. If you guys don't like the review it comes up with, you guys can click regenerate and it'll go through and write some more for you guys until you find one that you actually like and want to use on your ads. So I don't like this. I said a short product review. This is multiple paragraphs right here. We'll click regenerate response, see if we get anything shorter. We'll say write a short 1, 2, 3 sentence product review for a posture corrector. So sometimes you need to give it a little bit more context and what type of tone you would like it displayed in. You know, you guys can say like a 23-year-old male living in whatever. You know, if you guys have a certain target demographic that you guys are speaking to, I definitely highly recommend adding more context. You guys can get better answers out of this. But it says the posture corrector has been a game changer for me. It's easy to wear, adjustable, and has significantly reduced my neck and shoulder pain. I highly recommend it for anyone who spends long hours sitting or standing. So right there, it shows, you know, social proof. Someone bought it and they're leaving a review for it that you guys are displaying on your Facebook ad, even if it's not a real review. And it highlights the benefits of what's in it for your customers. So this is a great review to use in an ad. And if you guys want, you can regenerate response a couple of times and compare it to a couple of different reviews. But you guys can also test them against each other on the Facebook ads platform as well. All right, now let's talk about 5 metrics that you guys want to watch very closely when it comes to your Facebook ads. There are certainly more that you're going to want to keep an eye on, but in my opinion, these are the 5 most important, but that does not mean ignore all of the rest. So you guys want to keep an eye on your conversion rate, your cost per purchase, your return on ad spend, your CPM or your cost per 1,000 impressions. Because if your CPM is too high, then your Facebook ads are not spending correctly and you're just wasting a ton of money out of your budget on these ads, as well as your cost per click. So we'll talk about these more when we actually jump into the Facebook ads dashboard, but just keep in mind, these are the 5 metrics that you guys want to keep an eye on because they tell you exactly how your ads are performing each and every day. Moving on, let's talk about scaling up your successful ad campaigns once you have a few that are working. Once you have found a winning ad campaign, scale them up to reach more people and increase your revenue. Use lookalike audiences to expand your reach and find new customers who are similar to your existing customers. Retargeting campaigns are a powerful way to bring back people who have already shown interest in your products. You guys can set up retargeting campaigns for people who have already visited your website, added items to their cart, or engaged with your ads in the past. Alright, I'm here in the Facebook Ads Manager, and now that we covered all of that, we're ready to set up our first Facebook ads campaign. So to do that, you want to click this big green create button right here on the left hand side, and we're going to choose a campaign objective. You guys want that to be sales. If you guys want conversions on your Shopify store, go ahead and name your campaign whatever product you're testing. Test 1. We'll name our ad set 1. None of this really matters. You guys can go ahead and change all of this later. We're just going to go through and label and organize everything so that it makes more sense to us. Right here is your campaign settings. If you guys want, you can turn on Advantage Campaign Budget right here and set your daily budget. I recommend starting with at least $50 a day so Facebook can optimize and gather data about your audience and start performing better and better each and every day based on its algorithms. But what Advantage Campaign Budget does is it's going to allocate your budget to the best performing ad sets each and every day. Spend more on the better performing ad sets and less on the underperforming ad sets so that your budget is kind of optimized, and Facebook, based on its algorithms, knows where to spend your daily budget every day to get you the most results. I recommend starting with Advantage Campaign Budget. But if you guys are testing different interests or audiences against each other, then I recommend turning that off and doing the actual budget on the ad set level. Because with this, you guys aren't allowing equal spending between ad sets, so sometimes there might be a really good performing audience that just isn't spending and you guys just don't know. But generally, you're fine just leaving that on, letting it perform and optimize based on its own settings, because honestly, it's my belief that Facebook knows best. So if we're going over to ad set right here, you guys want to click ad set 1 in the middle. We're going to go through and set up our actual ad set. So for performance goal, you guys want to select maximum number of conversions. Then go ahead and select your store's pixel right here under the pixel. If you guys don't have that set up already, Shopify makes it easier than ever to do that now. All you need to do is go on your Shopify app store, download the Facebook and Instagram app, and it allows you to create and set up your pixel and everything with your ad settings directly on Shopify. Easier than ever. Go ahead and do that. It'll take you less than 5 minutes. Your conversion event, obviously you guys want to select purchase. If you guys want sales out of this, ignore any of these warnings right here. You guys have never set up anything under this ad set before. For budget and schedule, you guys always want to set it the next day for midnight, because if your ad gets approved today and you guys are spending, $100 a day, say that your ad gets approved at 10 o'clock or whatever, it's going to spend that $100 in those 2 hours, and it's not going to optimize. It's just going to spend away. It wastes your budget, probably not get you any sales. So you want to give it a fresh start and give it a whole day to learn, optimize, and scale up your ad campaign. So you always want to set it the next day from midnight, so that I can just go and evenly spend your campaign budget throughout the entire day instead of just a couple of hours. Right here is where you'll put in any custom audiences that you guys have created, like lookalike audiences. For locations, you guys want to select what locations you're targeting based on your supplier. What locations will your supplier ship to, and then you guys want to make the personal decision of what locations you guys want to target your ads to. So you guys can start off with just United States or United States, Canada. You guys can do US, Canada, UK, Germany, Australia. You guys can target worldwide. It's all based on your own preferences, but make sure to select people living in this location. So we'll do, for this example, we'll just do US, Canada. So we'll select United States, Canada, and move on. Generally, you want to leave age alone. unless you guys are selling a product that's oriented to a specific age. So if you guys are selling products that are made for older generations, then you guys can mess with the age bracket, and vice versa. If you guys are selling a product that's made for younger generations, you guys can adjust that upper age bracket as well. Same with gender, you generally want to leave that alone unless you're selling a product that's made for a specific gender. But right here under detailed targeting is where you want most of your focus on. So right here, you guys are going to select the different demographics, interests, and behaviors that you guys want to target your customers on. Make sure to explore a ton of different interests on there, because this is literally how your ads are displayed. This is how all of your ads are targeted. Facebook will actually go beyond these interests to display your ads to people if they think it will make them convert. But basically all of your campaign settings boil down to this right here, your detailed targeting. Who exactly you want these ads displayed in front of. If you guys are targeting useless interests, you'll be wasting your ad budget every day. And if you guys target interests that your customers are definitely, aligned with, then your ads should perform well every single day. Right here, languages is the same for age and gender as well. If you guys are targeting worldwide, then you guys can change the languages to like English all, but generally I recommend just leaving that alone. And same with placements right here. You guys can leave it at Advantage Plus placements as Facebook recommends. And they'll show your ads on a ton of different placements across all of their different platforms. Or if you guys want your ads displayed in certain places only, you guys can select manual. Say you guys want your ads displayed only on Facebook and Instagram. Or you guys only want your ads displayed in Facebook and Instagram feeds and stories. You guys can select that. Or if you guys only want your ads displayed in Facebook and Instagram feeds, you guys can select that as well. But while you guys are getting started out testing, I generally just recommend leaving that blank and letting Facebook optimize based on their own preferences and their own algorithms. So before we move on, I recommend having one interest per ad set right here. So since we mentioned the back posture corrector as the last example, we'll go ahead and use this for our actual ad example as well. So you guys want to think of different industries and areas and demographics of people that would experience back pain and need to use a posture corrector. So the first thing that I could think of would be construction, people that are working with their bodies and their hands all day and just need that relief at the end of the day, or something they can even just throw on underneath all of their gear. And anything you guys think of under this category, you guys are never overthinking it. The more detail and the more thoughts that you come up with, the better targeting you guys can actually have overall. So once you guys have one interest selected, you guys can actually go ahead and change the name of ad set 1 to whatever your interest or demographic or behavior is for your customer. And then we're going to go ahead and set up our actual ads. So go ahead and click on this last tab right here, one ad. And it's going to bring us to our ad number 1. And we're going to go through now and set all of this up. All right, so you want to go ahead and leave ad number 1 the same right here, because we're going to duplicate this in a moment and test it against another ad. But you want to go ahead and select the Facebook page for whatever dropshipping store you're promoting. Same with the Instagram account right here. And then we're going to go ahead and create ad right here. Leave it under manual setup, single image or video, unless you guys want to create a carousel ad, but that's a topic for another day. We're going to go ahead and add the media. So go ahead and add the ad that you have created prior to this. I spent 3 seconds making this in Canva, but once again, we're referencing that back posture corrector right here. So we have our primary text, our headline, and our description, and then our call to action. I always recommend changing your call to action from learn more to shop now right here. And let's write our actual ad. So the primary text right here is the text that's going to be displayed above your ad. So we can go back to ChatGPT and copy the review that it had generated for us right here. And then you guys can actually, have ChatGPT generate some fake names for you, or some bullet points of the actual posture corrector, as well as like a call to action. So you guys can say, get yours here with a link to your product. And then going down this list right here, you guys can have bullet points of different emojis and the benefits of what's in it for your target audience, because that's really all they care about. They don't care about your brand, your story, your product until they realize what it can do for them. So just go through right here, add a bunch of emoji bullet points, you know, like the little check marks or thumbs ups, or you know, anything that has to do with your niche or your product you guys want to reference right here in your bullet points. The headline is the text that's displayed under there, so you guys can say, you know, goodbye back pain or whatever. Description is the text that's displayed underneath of that, so you guys can say like sale ends tonight. If you guys are promoting some sort of sale as your offer, you know, you guys can say like 50% off today only, or free shipping today only, buy one get one today only. It's free but you have to pay shipping today only. You can do, you know, free plus shipping offer, whatever. Under website right here is where you'll put in your URL for your product page right here, your landing page, wherever you want to drive traffic to. Put in your overall product page right there. You guys can change the display link or the text that is displayed above your link. For tracking right here, you want to select your pixel that you had already set up on Shopify, and then just make sure everything looks good for your ad right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose right now, what do we want to test? Do you guys want to test different interests against each other? Then that will be in the actual ad set level. Or do we want to test different offers, creatives, and copy? To do that, you guys want to click duplicate right here on that ad. Don't change any of those settings right there. Go ahead, duplicate. It's going to bring us to an ad 1 copy. We're going to change that name to ad 2. And this is where you guys can start testing different metrics against each other. So you guys can change your actual ad creative right here. Instead of an image, you guys can test a video. Or you guys can actually change just the ad copy and test different primary text against each other, so you guys can do different reviews. Or if you want to do different ad copy altogether and just test, you know, a section of the benefits with a really nice hook or a call to action. Anything that you guys want to test right here, your offers, your creatives, your copy, you guys just want to test against each other to see what performs the best and what resonates with your target audience. So go ahead, change your primary text, change your creative, change something right here, because in a few days you guys are going to go back and reference it and turn off whichever ad is underperforming and scale which ad is performing well. So moving from here, we're going to go back into our actual ad set. So go ahead and click whatever interest you have selected right there, and based on your ad budget, we're going to duplicate it. So generally, you want at least $10 allocated per ad set, but with the Advantage Plus spending campaign, it's not actually going to go through and allocate 10 per ad set the way it should. But you guys can actually turn that off if you want an even $10 allocated per ad set, and just go ahead and set an ad or a budget for each ad set. But for right now, you guys just want to duplicate that based on your budget. So we have $50 for $10 per ad set. You guys will duplicate that 4 times. For a total of 5 ad sets, that would get an allocated $10 each of spending. Obviously, with an Advantage Plus spending campaign, it's not a perfect world like that. So each one of these ad sets right here should get $10 in spending, $5 for each ad if it was an ideal, perfect campaign setup. But realistically, what Facebook is going to do is it's going to find 2 or 3 of these ad sets that are performing the best and spend all of your budget on those and try to get you guys the most amount of sales possible. So once you guys have all of these copies right here, you just want to go through each one of these ad sets and change the interest. So you guys can click suggestions and it'll show you different suggestions based on the interest that you have selected. But go through and change all of these so you guys have all different ad sets with all different interests testing against one another. And once you're done with all of that, you guys have gone through and changed all of these construction interests, changed the name at the top to match each interest as well. So say you guys did like, you know, construction to blue collar work, you did like a white collar work interest or whatever. I don't even know if these are real interests, but we're just naming examples. You guys want to go back to product test 1 right here and click publish. Based on this, you guys want to reference this in 2 to 3 days after it has spent a good amount on your campaign and you guys are starting to see some results. 2 to 3 days goes by and you guys don't see any sales or any results that you guys desire, then you guys don't want to cut this and start over completely. If you guys don't see any results, then you guys want to reference your offer, your creative, or the actual ad copy. But those are the references that make you the most amount of money with e-commerce. Want to cut any ad sets that are underperforming any ads that are underperforming, any interests that are underperforming. And while it's working for you, you guys generally want to increase your ad budget by 20% every couple of days until you start to see results decline. Then you guys want to start over and come up with something entirely new. I hope this strategy helps you increase your sales in 2023. If you found any value in this video, remember to leave a like, share with others, and subscribe for more. Also, I have a ton of ecom resources linked for you guys in the description below. Don't miss out on any of those. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video.